I think I had a speech during his send-off of someone who said he left home with a car, but they don't know where the car is. So my husband leaves home on that fateful day. And of course, like I normally do, I said, okay, be safe. And it wasn't even an hour or an hour and a half later, he calls me, and of course he's asking, it was like I think at 11:30. He had left home at 10. He calls me and he's asking me, did I leave my laptop home? I was like, no, because I was very sure he had carried his laptop with him. So I told him, no, you didn't leave your laptop home. Please check. It should be in the car. He said, okay. I was like, I think they've robbed me. I was like, what? What exactly happened? And of course, he narrated the story of how these three border guys, I think the first, of course, it was like morning and people are driving. The road was not lonely. It had other cars, but of course, these border guys, I think, spotted him. I don't know. And the first border came with a passenger, of course, behind, and pointed at his tire, and it drove off. The second one came after like 2 minutes and did the same. The third one and did the same. And these are people who have passengers on their borders. So it didn't come to his mind. So he was like, let me pull off on the side and I check what is happening to my car, because how come all these borders are pointing at my car? He pulled off, parked on the side. And as he was there, then another border came with now the guy putting on the overall as if they are mechanics. So they reached and someone pulled, like touching your tire, and they're like, oh, this is the problem. I think this is what was disturbing your car. In just a few, I think, seconds or a minute, they told him, you know what, one got the key and entered the car. Of course, I think I had left the key in the car. And he entered and decided to drive off. And he's like, you know what, there's a garage there, let me take it, and we check it and we see what was the problem. But I think in that moment, then he realized, you know what, I think something is not right. So he tells this other border guy who had brought the mechanic that, you know what, take me to where the car is. Let me go to the garage. Of course, he hesitated, but he insisted. So he sat on, because it was like people were moving, cars were passing. So he moved with this guy. And I think they were communicating. So the other one noticed that they had no option. So it was this side of Kampala Quality before you reach that T-junction. On the side, there is a pharmacy. That's where they parked the car. Of course, they had removed everything, the laptop, one of his phones, and the wallet. And they had taken them. So imagine if these people had planned and they turn it against him. Because it was possible for them to say, you know what, here is a thief, this is our car, what do you prove if you don't have your logbook in the car? How do you prove that that is your car and you are not stealing someone's car? You get, so these thieves now no longer go at night. They go during the day. And one thing I have to assure you is, these are not strangers in the country. These are our brothers, these are our uncles, they are our fathers, they are our children. They are the ones terrorizing others, because for them they found an easier way of making money, not knowing that someone wakes up very early in the morning to go and hustle, and only to meet such thieves during that day. No one is safe. And what was very frustrating was following up on these thieves, because he went ahead, like having that small trust in the police, knowing that maybe they are going to do something about it. He went to the police and it was all frustration. Actually know that they can be tracked, but they went away like that because it was frustrating even with the system, because every time they were going to the field to track the person, you have to cough money. So at the end of the day, you look at it and you're like, but is it worth it? In the moment, it's not worth it, but them being out there shows that it is not safe. They survived it, but maybe Sydney did not survive it. Because like I said, these thieves are doing their thing, and if they feel they are yet to be caught, they will turn it against the person that they are stealing. So before you do a mob on someone, please actually don't do it. But can you get this person, put them find a way of taking them to the police. I know our police has disappointed us, not once, not twice, but maybe this time they will know that no one is safe. Because to you, the police, what I can say is, this could be your brother, this could be your son, this could be someone that you hold dear onto, like so dear to your heart. So if you don't act now and save these people and try to catch those people out there and reduce the criminals that are out there, who knows who will be next? So I really feel so sorry about what happened to Sydney, and I pray that may God rest his soul in peace. But my question still goes to the people in authority. Have you really done enough to make sure that Ugandans are safe? People, I think, have lost trust in the police. Now it is upon the people in authority to make sure that you build back that trust, so that we don't have people dying in a mob because the police has not listened. Please go an extra mile. You know, yes, already someone is frustrated, but then you want to go to the field, and every time you're going, you're asking them for money. I don't know whether the government does not facilitate that, but if it doesn't, maybe it is something that they can look into and make sure that we reduce these crimes that are happening in our country in broad daylight. It is not safe. We are not feeling safe. We cannot stay in our homes because we are afraid of what is happening outside. So please, whoever that is concerned, whichever authority that is supposed to work onto this, even sometimes the cases take so long that we forget that even there was a case about this, and that gives these people time. I really appreciate the government where it has done well. I know they are trying their best, but I think it is not yet enough. You can still do better and safeguard our lives. Thank you so much.